streaming, we're live, microphone works, audio works. I should get myself some more water. Stay there, Jasper. Good boy, Jasper. Oh, that's a good Kit Kat staying there. Good boy. I need to get you. It's so weird that he loves this like scratching post, but he's not using it as a scratching post. He's using it as a bed. He's just been sleeping in it. It's just made of cardboard. What are you meowing at me for? What? 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 You want up? Oh, come here, little man. Hello. Hello. You just want to stay here all day? Is this a comfy spot? Is it? Am I gonna have to play? Am I gonna have to play like this? Am I? I mean, I can. I totally can play like this. This is not impossible for me. I am a god among men when it comes to video games. So what do we got to do today, little man? What are we doing? Well, we've got Navia's quest here. We do have our commissions. I have a bunch of world quests I've not done, which is, you know, terrifying. The event isn't out yet. No, the event's not out. So the event that comes out is this. They're not updated here. Well, that Ultimate Overlord's Mega Magic Sword right there, little man. That weapon's in the game right now. The event that you can get that weapon comes out tomorrow. So we got new story. Oh, I want that axe so bad. Yoimiya and Raiden. Poor Yoimiya, dude. Poor Yoimiya. I want the chick with the musket, and I want Navia, obviously, but, I mean... Compensation, Primo Gems, Orchestra... Daily check-in features... Oh, here we go. The event. It starts tomorrow. It doesn't start today, as far as I know. Yeah, 21st. Oh, careful, little man. I don't want you falling. Okay, just leap off my shoulder. Why don't you? Okay. I'll make sure I tweet about this. What are you meowing about? What are you meowing about, little man? Alright, I've tweeted, I've posted in Discord. We're good to go. For some reason, you know, it taps out. Right, so let's go start this Navia quest, shall we? Oh, and as is tradition, when I'm doing a story quest, we bring in my traveler. I do wonder if there's like, hold on, Geo Traveler Team. Hold on, let's see what people will use. Sub DPS D tier. Oh. I have the black sword. Would you birdos stop being so loud? They love it when I talk, and I can't shut the door on them for once because they're not in the room. Hey, Miko's main DPS. Raiden, no, I want main DPS. Geo Traveler, obviously. Like, come on. I wonder if you can, like... Oh, yeah. Animo, Dendro, Electro. They don't have a Hydro Traveler build on this website. Oh, that's hilarious. If I don't have, like, Dendro or anything, like, really unlocked. I don't know any of the traits. There's a Noel. Alright, well, I mean, there's nothing really I can see here. Oh, plus when I Alt-Tab, I guess the game goes away as well. I didn't even think about that. Ben and Jinshu, it's fine. It's fine. Alright, Traveler. Let's go help out Navia, shall we? Where should I teleport to? Oh, she's probably underground, isn't she? Those birds. Oh no, she's right here. Okay. Up down here.
Well, if it isn't my dear partners.
Navia!
That voice! It's Navia!
I didn't expect to run into you guys here today. Are you headed somewhere?
Yeah, to this quest, but I'm gonna pretend we didn't know you were here.
How about you, Navia? Are you still busy rebuilding Poisson?
Poisson!
We've wrapped up most of the rebuilding, but there are still a few things left to take care of. Stocking up on materials, confirming construction timelines, discussing compensation terms with families affected by the disaster. Between all of that, I've been making a lot of trips between the court and Poisson.
Poisson? Was the Spina di Rosulia... I can never pronounce that last bit. Affected too? Should you really be ones offering compensation? Yeah, you guys are affected as well.
Have received relief payments from the court. In my opinion, as the administrators of Poisson, Spina di Rosula should take some responsibility as well.
Yeah, alright, fair enough. That's, you know,
our financial
champion for the people.
Right isn't the best, so all we've been doing is signing agreements for the damages to be repaid at a later date. Though just pieces of paper now, they demonstrate our commitment. They're necessary to restore the people's faith in us.
What a champion she is! Has Kitty jumped on the couch-style futon yet? I suppose I haven't had this in couch mode since he's been here, so I could fix that up real quick. Too bad you left all your stuff on the couch, Jess. We could do this. Hold on. Oh. Couch mode. There you go. Hey, you want your toy? Hey. How the hell did you tie this in a knot? What the hell? Hey, Mr. Man. Hey. What's this? Come get it. Come on. Oh, you don't know what to think. Oh, that kind of scared you a little bit, didn't it? Oh, he's a little scaredy boy. Come on. What's this? Hey. Come on. There you go. I wonder if I could actually wedge this. There you go. Yeah, I can wedge it in the back of the futon. There you go, little man. You got a couch now. Isn't that cool? You don't like it, does it? Is it weird? There you go, little buddy. Oh, I'd have to move that toy along more so you guys can see him if he starts playing with it. God, he's cute, that cat.
Whoa, spoken like a true president. You're a really responsible leader. That must be taking up most of your time, though, right?
Oh. He's laying down. Look at him. Oh, now wants to play. Hold on. I can move that along more. What's this? What's this? What's this? There you go, little dude. Now they should be able to see you when you want to play with it. Just a little tiny cat in the background. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure actually how big my webcam is compared to the rest of the screen because it's so small.
Between that and all the other errands I have to run at the court, I'm always forgetting one thing or another. So before I came over this time, I took a page from Melusa's book and decided to make a list of everything. This way, it's easy to see which tasks you haven't checked off.
Good old Melus. And then?
And then, since Melus loved using shorthand, I decided to also follow his example and come up with some shorthand of my own. But after running a few errands in the city, I'm kind of struggling to even read my own handwriting anymore.
That's why you can't just come up with it. You gotta have like a codex. You know, if you make something up, you gotta make sure it's written down somewhere else so you can decipher your own shit.
That does sound like you, all right. So what kind of shorthand did you use?
Oh, wanna take a look?
Let Paimon see. Wait. There's nothing here but a bunch of weird symbols. This looks like a piece of kelp wrapped around a stick. And this other one, is it supposed to be a boar in a box?
The first one has to do with confirming the final payment amount for the fishermen, while the second one is a reminder to try the new burger that just hit the market.
Okay, Paimon can definitely see how you might forget what each of these mean.
Maybe just use standardized shorthand symbols next time? Maybe just write out each item next time?
Thank you for your advice. These are the kinds of things you only really figure out once you've tried them out yourself. I thought that as long as I understood my shorthand when I came up with it, I'd be sure to remember the symbols when I looked at them later. Unfortunately, I've definitely proven myself wrong.
It's like when you make notes in like class, like a university or something. You write a bunch of notes really quickly and then you look back at them later and you're like, what the hell was I thinking? What does any of this mean?
Now you know for next time.
Anyway, I should have already taken care of most of the things on the list. There are still a few symbols that I can't decipher, but I don't think they're anything too super important. Worst comes to worst, I'll just make another trip.
Ah, so you're going to head back now?
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, actually, since we talked about the reconstruction earlier, wanna come with me and check out the town for yourself?
Oh, hell yeah!
You said you don't have any plans, right? So we can just catch a boat and head over. It won't take long at all.
It's a bit sad.
Make my camera bigger. I just...
Why not? What do you think, Traveler?
It would be a pretty nice break,
Then
too.
let's go. We'll take a boat over.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you
Oh, sorry. I meant our own boat. The Aquabus doesn't have a station near Poisson, so we'll use one of the Spina's boats.
Oh, this is cool. I've got something to do first, so why don't you head over there, and then you can go do other things. And then, or you click that, and it's like, yeah, teleport me there right now. I like this.
Alright, follow me. I'll take you there.
Oh, hell yeah. Mini Cat seems to like to sleep behind me on the camera, so...
The engineer is still doing a few routine safety checks. We can head out as soon as we get the green light.
So, Paimon has always wanted to ask. The 3 Aquabus lines are all named after people in your family, right?
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's right. Callus and Navia are self-explanatory, while Clementine was the name that my mother went by.
I didn't even think about that. Because you can take, I'm pretty sure you can take the boats around the city, like, whenever the hell you want, I'm pretty sure. I hadn't even thought to read the names of the different lines that they are. And then put, I'm an idiot, apparently. Spina de Rizzula was one of the main sponsors of the construction, right?
If you provided the Mora to build the lines, then why isn't there even a dedicated line to Poisson? Spina di Rosula built all the lines, yet you still have to take a special boat just to go home. Paimon doesn't get it.
No, I agree. That's a bit strange.
Well, what I heard is that most of our businesses don't actually use Poisson as a hub. So there was no real reason to build a line straight to Poisson.
Poisson?
You are right that it is a bit strange, though. If you've already committed to build 3 lines, why not just add a 4th?
Yeah, that's what Paimon's saying. The Aquabus is so convenient, it's really a huge shame.
Well, it is what it is. You know what my father was like. Even I often struggled to figure out what was going on in his head.
Well, something that big also wouldn't have been just his call. Perhaps the rest of the Spina didn't see the point in having a 4th line. It's fair.
But that would only be the case if he cared about what others thought. My father was always really stubborn. Once he made up his mind, good luck getting him to change it.
Oh, well then the reverse could be true. What's the point in having a line to the town, you know, if he was stubborn about it? He's like, I don't want it. He was stubborn, he didn't want it.
From what I've heard, the rights of all the other members of the Spina only went as far as giving him advice or suggestions, and no farther. That included my mother, too.
Maybe they just didn't have anyone to name it after.
Huh. Well, that explains why you weren't on the greatest of terms with him.
What do you mean? She loved her dad. The hell, Paimon? She went to the ends of the earth to try and prove his innocence.
Because I wouldn't just let him keep getting his way. He was just... not very agreeable.
Boss, the boat's ready. We can head out.
Leslie. Not gonna lie. This is a random thought pattern. There's a character in Big Bang Theory called Leslie Winkle. From the back right now, looks identical as far as I'm concerned. She had like black, brown hair. It wasn't very long. She was an engineer.
Right, then
That's the first thing I thought of. Braving the tides together started.
It'll be a while before we get to Poisson.
Poisson?
Let's keep talking.
Navia, what was your mother like as a person?
Alright, start off with that one, huh?
Oh, Paimon's sorry. She totally forgot that you mentioned before that she passed away during childbirth, so you probably don't remember her at all.
Paimon!
That's all right. I've heard many stories about her from the rest of the Spina. They've always said that they were sure we would have gotten along famously.
Aww.
While my papa was stiff like a board, my mother was supposedly super cheerful and funny. Their complementary personalities allowed them to make up for each other's flaws.
Aww.
My father would run the businesses and expand our reach, while my mother would keep the peace and make sure that everyone was happy. Their work made sure that the Spina could grow and thrive.
Sounds like they were not just a well-matched couple, but fantastic business partners as well.
Yeah, but those are just stories and anecdotes after all. It's hard for me to piece together a more complete or intimate picture of her.
Yeah, stories can only tell so much.
Sometimes, I'd still look at the Clementine line and wonder, would the Spina and Poisson still be what they are today had my mother survived? Silver once said that a name is a kind of inscription, a way to etch a memory into the world. When given a name, a cold, inanimate object can gain a completely new meaning. So, I will always associate the line with her in my heart. Over the past few weeks, I've also begun to appreciate how water can take in and hold our most intense feelings and memories, as well as how one may reflect on their past by watching the sea.
Aww.
I've lost many beloved people and memories to the sea. Even though I cannot stop for them and must continue to keep moving, the fact won't change that they existed in my life and gave me the reason and motivation to move forward.
Do you miss them?
Always. But no matter what, we can't change the past.
Aww.
But I tell myself that I need to keep looking towards the future. Everyone, even my parents, have already overcome so many obstacles. Besides, I'm the president of Spina di Rosula. I've got to keep my chin up.
Man, thinking about it, she's gone through some shit
We've reached the shore.
recently.
Let's go. I'll show you the new Poisson.
Like, she's gone through it. Mother died childbirth, so she was raised by a very strict father who ran, like, a gang operation. The father got accused of a crime he didn't commit, couldn't prove it. He, you know, decided to kill himself, essentially, in combat. She then spent years trying to prove his innocence with the help of her two caregivers, Malus and Silva. Then finally proves Dad innocent, and immediately afterwards, Poisson and everything starts, like, getting fucked up, and Malus and Silva die, with no way of bringing them back. And now she's all by herself running what's left, trying to clean up the destruction. It's... God, she's gonna have some PTSD. She needs some counseling. Like, oh, Navi, we need to get you to a counselor. They need to add a counselor character. We got a lawyer. We got a couple of lawyers. We got some investigators, book writers.
Navia, do you think she's doing alright?
God, no. Not at all. She's always been having to cope with one thing or another.
Okay, Paimon supposes you're right. She's really been through a lot. It couldn't have been easy shouldering so much by herself.
She needs both a holiday and someone to fix all her problems. Sup, birds? So is there, like, a proper way down, or are you just expected to climb down if you're a regular, like, civilian? There's just an old lady coming here. Is there, like, there's no stairs? It's just climb a ladder, Lamau. This guy sells fish. Oh yeah, he sells all kinds of stuff. Cool. Enter Poisson? Well, it doesn't look any different to me. When they had the story quest where everything was flooding, it really did look really messed up. Also, that's a big-ass fish. Jellyfish.
Boss, you're back! Traveler and Paimon, welcome back to Poisson.
Hello, Florent.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent.
Oh, I mean, Florent?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself. For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent, though. It's been really nice to have him around to help out.
Thank you for the compliment, boss. As you see, I've been working closely with the boss on rebuilding Poisson. Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
I don't like his voice.
No need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now.
Malus's voice was
Were you
better.
waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as Callus the Unfaithful for the longest time, it would have been too controversial to commission a statue of him. But now that his name has been cleared, and the town is also being rebuilt, I thought this would be the perfect chance to actually realize this dream.
Oh, that's nice.
The funds to build the statue were freely donated by the people of Poisson to show their appreciation for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus and everything they did.
Shouldn't Navia be featured in the statue as well?
Me? I'm just the newbie president that's running around and causing everyone trouble. Maybe we can have this conversation again in a few decades, once I've done more for the town and the people.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble. Didn't you just help save the entire country?
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe that Boss should have a place on the statue.
Hey, if you keep inflating my ego like this, I might just float off into the sky with my parasol. Just kidding. There's no way that I'd accept that kind of compliment at face value. At a minimum, I'd have to match what my father did for the people.
Well, if that's what you think, I think it'll just be a matter of time.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I just don't think I'm ready yet.
Aw, poor Navia.
Anyway, Florent, now it's up to us to confirm the final design, right?
Mm-hmm. We can ask the sculptor to start looking for a good block once we've decided on the poses for Miss Clementine and Mr. Callus. But we haven't had any real discussions yet on the possible designs. I feel like I should get a few promising designs first, and then send them over to you to review.
There's no need for all that. Let's decide on a design right now. Hey, you! Come over here with me.
Are they gonna pretend to pose? What are you doing?
Modeling a few poses, of course. Here, just pretend to be Callus, and I'll be Clementine.
Look out, Traveler, you've got you've got another one. It's a Yarker all over again.
Didn't you say on the boat that Callus and Clementine sounded like great partners? Well, then there's no one better to fill this role than my most valuable partner. Florent, let's grab some reference shots.
You've got it, boss. I'll go get the camera.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas?
Shouldn't you be running the show?
I've actually discussed it a bit with Florent before, but I could never come up with any fresh or original ideas. It's probably because my idea of them is already kind of set in stone. So, I want to pick your brain for a bit, and see if you can come up with some new and interesting ideas.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Let's try something imposing. Let's try looking at the distance. Strike a happy pose. Well, his father isn't happy. I'm gonna go with this one, looking out into the distance.
By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Nah, you suck at that.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon of a captain and their first mate. Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see, every tree on that island is dripping with mora fruit.
But there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callus look too tall next to the lady.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
I mean, this is pretty fun.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look fantastic on a boat.
Wait, but we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue if we were to put it on a boat. This statue is meant to be placed in the town.
But then, since we're putting it in the town, the whole point of the pose would be lost.
Not really. You can still have in the middle of one of the towns near me. They've got a statue of a sailor on a boat, like, but it's just like the wheel, and like he's pointing. like they're in a storm or some shit. You know, it's in the middle of town. Who cares?
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
Try something. We'll go happy pose. I don't think imposing is the right fit for the middle of town. Something happy.
A happy pose? You mean...
Take a bunch of photos, okay.
Would all that be able to come?
Would we even be able to tell what they are supposed
Yeah, and that'd probably be a massive.
I'm assuming each and every single one is going to be the wrong choice.
That actually sounds pretty hard to pull off.
imposing, huh?
Unless, of course, this whole time
I've
it was
got
just
it.
the imposing
Let's
one.
try this.
This pose. It makes me recall Spina di Rosula's glorious.
So what? This is just the first one.
But isn't Clementine's pose a bit too bold and heroic? If we were to stick with this pose, maybe people would wonder if she was actually the real boss behind the scenes.
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back in the day, but the Spina pulled a few strings and made both the report and the journalist disappear.
Oh, Paimon was just kidding!
What Florent meant was that we asked the journalist to choose a new alien.
I'm sure he's not dead.
You're
Yeah.
right, though, that this may not accurately represent the image of her in our hearts. Let's try...
We tried a bunch of different ideas, but none of them felt right. Paimon's all out of brain.
Couldn't you just get a? Surely there's like a photo of them or a painting of them, and you just have the sculpture be of that.
Oh, don't worry. We still got a lot of reference shots out of the session, and each of them can be considered to be a souvenir in their own right. Let's just keep the ideas we tried as backups. Man, if I knew I was going to do a photo shoot with the Traveler, I would have prepared a lot of outfits and props ahead of time. Oh, outfits! Ugh, that's the errand I forgot back in the city. Do either of you still remember that girl? The girl I went to see with you two. Her name is Adele.
Oh, Paimon remembers.
No idea. Don't
The
remember.
one that we met while investigating Mr. Callis' case, right?
I genuinely don't remember that at all. Always believe that her father Jacques was a good person.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. So, after the case, she was finally willing to talk to me, and she told me that she wanted to join the Spina too. I said that it's fine, but young children are not allowed to join the Spina. She will just have to wait a few years, and then we'll welcome her with open arms. Since she's still a child, though, she thought I was just trying to let her down gently. But how could I get her to believe that I meant what I said? In the end, I came up with an idea. I'd have a Spina uniform made and give it, but I got so busy and distracted and...
Don't worry, boss. I can send someone to pick it up right away.
On the matter of the statue, we should still come up with a few more ideas for the design. I'll have to trouble you to source some for me.
We could have just done that from the start.
At least we got some cool pictures.
Yeah, you're right. They'll have some...
Shut up, Paimon. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say, Paimon. It'll be really cool after this quest. The town is different.
Laurent, guess who's back?
Huh? But aren't you supposed to...
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right. I finally finished serving my time. Gotta say, turns out I was a lot tougher than I thought. After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar, briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home.
Aw.
You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down.
It's good to have you back, Coulter. You look as well as ever.
And this...
Let me introduce you. This is Coulter, another of Spina di Rosula's members. He was found guilty and sentenced to the Fortress of Meripede some time ago.
He's a crook.
But, looking at it now, it was probably another one of Marcel's plots while he worked at the Confrérie of Cabrières.
Wait, Mr. Marcel? What do you mean? He was involved in some sort of plot?
Have you not heard anything at all about the water from the primordial sea case?
Well, I know that Fontaine got flooded, but then the water levels miraculously receded. I thought that was all there was to it and didn't care to ask for any more details. Do you mean Mr. Marcel was somehow involved with all that?
Yeah, when you're in prison down there, no information gets down there.
Looks
Really.
like we'll have to explain everything from the top. That case. A lot of things have happened in Poisson since then. First things first, let me introduce you to these two. They're my most trusted partners, and they've been with me through thick and thin. Now you could call them Spina di Rosula's VIP helpers.
Oh, the VIP!
Oh, nice to meet you. I don't recall Navia ever generously complimenting anyone like that before. So you must be pretty amazing to get that from her.
Yeah, we are indeed pretty amazing. But we've been cool since before we even met her.
We just followed Navia's lead.
Humble again as always, I see. Even when I was totally sincere with my praise.
Nice, nice. Spina di Rosula always seems to attract... Oh, that reminds me.
Oh,
Luce and Silver. Aren't they always by your side?
oh, my guy.
About that,
Coulter, a lot of things happened while you were gone. As you can see, even Poisson isn't quite the same as how it was.
they lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
What did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me on purpose because I don't know anything about what's happened.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. They
Just
were
thought I
gone
remembered the name
amongst
Melissa.
other- Many others, including Melissa, also lost their lives in the disaster.
I thought I recognized the name Melissa. I was part of the missing people.
Luce and Melissa. Dead. They're just gone? Luce. I was planning to give him a surprise gift once I ran into him again in town. I can't believe it.
Malus and Coulter were friends for many years, and even served on many missions together during the early days of the Spina. I can understand how he feels.
Aww.
Let's sit down somewhere, so I can tell you everything that has happened while you were gone. Fair warning, there was a lot.
Poor dude was in prison, come out, and it's just everything's changed. That's gotta suck. I mean, upside is he's gonna get told that Homeboy's name was cleared, you know, and that they're restoring the Spina now, and they're commissioning the statue and everything, and that's gonna be good. Downside is like a lot of people died.
All of this. It's unbelievable. I can't believe that those stories were real. It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
Had I not personally experienced all those events, I would also have found them very difficult to accept.
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss. And the sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Romu?
Yeah!
Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines.
Okay.
Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callis believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships.
It's smart, it is.
Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace, eventually paying us massive dividends down the line. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeo ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely bad terms.
Ugh. And with Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
Yeah.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build didn't help in the least.
Yeah, you could say it was the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
That couldn't have been the first time a dispute like that happened, right?
That's a good point. If Callus was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah, it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y.
Heh.
But Navia, boss, you might not know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years.
So Clementine passing is what made him so
But on the
stubborn.
matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine completely stood by Mr. Callus's side.
Hey!
I never knew. But from my perspective, Romeo's position had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion. They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
Really?
So they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callus began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeo and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps
Jeez.
they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeo had my father in their sights for a very long time.
Very long time.
Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeo's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us,
Oh, I left my phone out there.
with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times. I'll let my men know right away.
Thank you for that, Florent. And Coulter, thank you for telling me about this as well.
Don't worry, it's nothing. Do you have a moment right now? How about we go out for a walk? I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding it a bit hard to calm down even now. I mean, to think that I'll just never see them again.
I'm wondering if this guy's actually like a spy. He's evil, but I would like it if he was just a nice dude.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I can pick up Adele's uniform while we're there as well. It'll save Laurent's guys a trip. Want to come with me again, you two?
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon feels like a lot's hinging on this visit.
Want to see Adele cheer up, yeah.
We really are the best of partners.
It's a question. I've just realized. Okay, are the new characters not out? It's only Navia. I thought the gun character would be out. Interesting. Where are we going? so I just gotta go 177 meters. Oh, this way. Yeah, I'll just run there, why not? The way he reacts, like, hey, let's go for a walk. Hey, let's just leave right now. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this guy's evil. He's been in prison for ages. Maybe the other side got to him. You never know. Ooh. I do not like waking up early. If I could sleep for like 19 hours a day, I would. You know, I thought there might be dialogue. I didn't teleport because I thought there might be some dialogue, some talking, you know, but nah. There's nothing.
Are we not taking the boat this time?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it? Think of it as something like a hiking trip. Once we're there, we can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good. I haven't walked this road in a long time.
Road, right. Yes, we were supposed to walk a road. Oops. So you can walk to Fontaine? I don't think so. Oh, yeah.
Well, we've walked far enough for now. Let's take a... Since we're out for a walk, we shouldn't stress too much about...
I've grown old, so I'm not as fit as before. It's a good thing that at least my work down in the fortress was quite the workout.
Well, I think you're doing great. We didn't have to slow down for you at all.
Back in the days before the aquabus lines were built, we often had to hike north with our goods, then catch a boat to the court. Malus and I must have traveled this way hundreds of times. When we were tired, we would lay down for a while on the grass, and when we were hungry, we'd catch a fish or two.
Yep, just, yep.
Spina was still on the
Catching
rise
fish.
back then. Mr. Callus was generous, and everyone had the chance to strike it rich. So, of course, we all worked really hard. And now, in the blink of an eye, the aquabus lines have been built, and this road has fallen into disuse.
I don't really think that's a bad thing, though.
Oh, I know. I was just being a little nostalgic.
Then let's stay here a bit longer. Anyone want snacks?
Oh, is this another chance to try some of Navia's macarons?
Macarons? That's...
I figured you wouldn't say no to a few more. Oh, wait. Let me check if I have all the ingredients. Okay, seems like we're all out of flour and sugar. Oh, would you? Oh,
We should contribute to making the macaron too.
Macaron?
oh, that's
Okay.
great. Then
I'll just skip everything Paimon says because I hate her. I hate her so
As
much.
long as we have some sweet flours and wheat, I can start the baking.
Then I'll go look for some boxes nearby for a makeshift table and chairs.
Great. Then I'll prep the stove. Let's get to work, everyone.
I thought, you know, we were going to pick up an outfit. Here you go, I have wheat and sweet flour. I have about 800 of them.
Go.
By that I mean 59 and 180.
You've all done your part.
Yay!
Whoa, these macarons looking
Macarons! It's just the...
Your cooking is as good as that, Navia.
Oh god. I want to hear Paimon say croissant.
Boss's baking skills have always been famous. Everyone in the Spina knows how exceptional.
Oh, it's just a hobby.
Have you two seriously never considered joining us? You're so close to the boss, and she obviously trusts you with all her heart, so...
There's still some important things we must do. We've got 2 regions to go to, if we don't include Khaenri'ah. If we do include Khaenri'ah, 3 regions. If we include Celestia, 4 regions. if we get any extra added stuff like Dragonspire and random locations, we could be up to like 7 regions that get, like, you know, we gotta go to. Which is crazy to think about. I've still got all the story quests of every other character to do, you know. And there's events and things, but I suppose you could join the Spina and still do events. You know, Lantern Right, you go for a travel, you never know. So, there's just a lot of stuff we gotta do. And of course, find my sister.
Have to always stay on the road.
You know, we gotta find the sister. We gotta kill all the Abyss stuff. Maybe cure the Hill of Churls.
You just happened to walk in on our little reunion. It's actually been quite a while since we last spent time together. Adventurers never stay in one place for long. The name of Spina di Rosula would just tie them down.
Technically, you could still give us a title of an acting member. We're an acting member of the Knights of Favonius. We are part of the Adventurers Guild. You know.
Besides, after everything we've been through together, I'm sure our hearts would remain intertwined even if we found ourselves on opposite sides of the world.
Navia's right. I like her more than I like Ayaka.
Even if Paimon was far beyond the horizon, she'd still remember the delicious taste of Navi.
I understand now. And I am very lucky indeed to have been graced with the chance to meet the two of you.
The delicious taste of Navia.
I will endeavor to make the most of this short yet fortuitous encounter, and enjoy every moment we spend together.
We've got no wine with us, but let's still toast with water.
Here it comes.
Cheers! Hey, what are you doing?
May your travels go smoothly. May the Spina continue to grow.
Here it
Our
comes.
friendship lasts until the end of
The
time.
betrayal. What's in this bush? Nothing. Next part of the quest? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I haven't even started this quest. Why does it interfere with a quest I'm already in? Oh, I haven't even started this quest. Why does it interfere with anything? Okay. Fine. Fine. Well, that's water. Also, hell yeah, let's go. Commission's done, Pog. Hello, who are you? So room for improvement here. Hammering force isn't quite right. Materials are all the same. In this case, your corresponding force preset. You know, this machine's really fascinating up close. Blacksmith at all. One day in a forge. Hinges on how well the autosmith can perform. Autosmith, first time on to make expressions. Where are solid chunks of muscle on her arms? Yeah, you don't look buff like all the other blacksmiths. So I'm assuming you got like a robot that does it. I think someone as a feeble in body as I serve as a blacksmith is the main point of this machine. Humans can use tools, and exquisitely designed tools can make the impossible possible. Some say that automated forgings are hollow and soulless, but if you ask me, the machine is as much of a tool as a regular smith's hammer. Really, I would love to see the smiths knock metal into shape with their bare hands. Anyway, I digress. I'll forge a razor sharp with you right away. Out of materials. Automated material gathering machines. Feels like it'll be high demand as well. Forms of matter. Distract. All materials will still be delivered by human beings. So materials are collected. In return, I'll offer you some designs. I smell trade secrets. Autosmith work with different materials. Yeah. Interested in more than just forging. Yeah. You aren't trying to scam us with strange, useless designs, are you? No, that would never happen. I mean, that happens all the time. Long-term partnership. Well, that settles it then. Partnership. Yeah, is it the quest done?
Let's move out then.
Okay,
I
cool.
asked some old acquaintances in town to make Adele's uniform, so we should be able to pick it up right away.
Okay. What the hell? What is this? Oh. Daily commission. So for some reason that blacksmith interferes with this quest in some way. Okay. I had to do that quest first.
Hey there, Ludovine. How's business lately?
The demoiselle of Spina de
Demoiselle!
I must say, your generous patronage is the one thing keeping me from going bankrupt.
Nonsense. We all know what a talented businesswoman you are. Oh, man, don't forget, she's the boss now.
My mistake, my mistake. I just got so used to calling her demoiselle. Are you here for the uniform?
Yep. I forgot to drop by earlier when I was running errands around here.
I didn't expect demoiselle to come and pick it up in person. It's just a uniform after all. Any of your folks could have come instead.
Navias always like to take even small things seriously.
Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. We mostly just need help. It takes more lifting than taking the...
The boss has got a point. Going on a trip with friends.
Yeah, power of friendship.
Wait here while I retrieve.
Alright, yeah, the uniform and...
Can someone remind Paimon again why Adele wants to join the Spina?
I don't remember who Adele is.
She hasn't given me any concrete reasons. All she says is that she really looks up to me. After we cleared her father's name, she became a lot more cheerful and outgoing. It's probably because she now knows for sure that her father was never a bad person. She said she used to be terrified of Papa. So, as a result, she found all the rest of the Spina super scary.
Someone's tracking
But the
us.
Spina is very different now. She mustered up the courage to talk to me, and felt like I could really understand her.
The two of you have contended with similar
Yeah,
circumstances.
you could say that. By uncovering the truth about the case, I was able to give her...
You can see the person in the background. Look at him. He's above me.
She said that she wanted to become someone like me. Someone who could lend a hand to others, instead of standing still and waiting for others to help her.
From the sound of it, she'll be a wonderful addition to the Spina.
I think so too.
Look at him.
For now,
Look at him.
I'm giving her
Who is
the
that?
atmosphere to grow and thrive.
Stare him in the eyes.
Less once she's older, and can really make that decision for herself.
So I wasn't just hearing
Is
things.
something up, Traveler?
Follow me.
Tailing? Oh, Paimon's coming.
I'll go check it out too. Coulter, please hold on to this for me.
All right.
Paimon saw them too. They headed up.
Stop right there!
Get that son of a bitch. Kick his ass. I've got infinite stamina. And by infinite stamina, I mean a lot of stamina. I still could get more.
We knew you were going to be difficult.
Seems like if we want them to talk, we're gonna need to teach them a lesson first.
Brothers, there's no need to skulk in the dark anymore. Let's take them out!
Do I get to play? Do I get a trial run as Navia? Oh, let's go! You fucked up!
Where'd that come from?
Okay, hold on. Hold on, you haven't fucked up enough.
Gather. Order guide you.
Kaboom! Oh.
Now, talk. Who are you? And why were you tailing us?
The giant pillar just pulsing.
Don't think we'll let you off easy if you keep silent.
Recognize the situation and entertain fantasies of escape. We got people up above and down below as well.
How did it go, boss? Are any...
If you thought they stood any chance against us, you anyway. Stop playing tough and start talking. There won't be any room for negotiation once the Maison Gardiennage gets involved.
We're looking to get vengeance on Spina di Rosula. We were discovered and can't beat you in a fight.
Get revenge? Wait, You're not Romeu's followers, are you?
You actually know that name? But if you do, then surely you should understand why we hate you so much.
I would advise you to calm down as the traveler slowly starts drawing his sword again. He's like, buddy, I've killed for less than
You
this.
haven't got the faintest hope of winning right now.
We were out drinking when we saw Navia. We got so angry we decided to follow you guys. Too bad you guys messed up ours first.
You're lying. Followed us all the way here, there's more to this.
You're pretty sharp. But so what? We didn't do anything.
You tried to attack us!
That we can't do anything to you anyway.
Now that's it, you pull the sword out and you stab it into his foot. He's like, stab! Talk!
Seeing like that just really ticked us off. And we...
Listen, Callus is long dead. No matter what happened in the past, I want to be able to start things anew. I am the current president of Spina di Rosula. If your boss wants to talk with me, I'd be happy to meet with him. I won't press charges for your attack. That should also help demonstrate my sincerity.
I understand. Thank
But if you so much as think about pulling something like this again, I won't be so lenient next time. Understood?
She got up in his grill. She's just like, I have a shotgun in my umbrella, I will fuck you up.
Alright. Get it.
I will mess your day.
Sure it's okay to just let them go like that, Navia?
I don't want to inherit my father's grudges, too. Moreover, when it comes to the Aquabus, I don't think what my father did was entirely correct either. If the other side is willing to talk, I'm happy to open the door for a reconciliation. Opportunities for new beginnings are all around us.
I support Boss's decision as well. The concept of an eye for an eye is a primitive practice that has no place in today's Spina di Rosula.
Yes. Plus, we already know that they're strapped for cash. If their financial situation is that dire, they don't have what it takes to challenge us. So this may be the best time to talk.
Just kill them all. Chop them in little bits and throw them in the ocean.
I still think we should keep an eye out for Romeu's folks, though. If he decides to ignore the warning I gave his men, then we could still have a fight on our hands.
Yeah, those guys definitely didn't look like big fans of yours.
I'd rather things not go that far, since, though we haven't talked to each other for years, once upon a time we were all a part of the Spina di Rosula family.
Yep, that's how I feel as well. Anyway, now that we've sent them packing, we don't have to worry about those guys anymore. It's getting late already. So why don't we stay the night in the Fleuve Cendre? We can head back to Poisson tomorrow.
Poisson!
I'll also ask someone to write Florent a letter and inform him of everything that happened here today, so he can increase security around Poisson and be on guard against any suspicious individuals.
Do we have to stay in the Fleuve Cendre again? Even the pillows there smell like seaweed.
Sorry, that's just what happens when you live near water and don't get much sunlight. Poisson's pretty much the same though, so I've long since gotten
I cannot imagine pillows smelling like seaweed. That sounds fucking horrendous.
We can still go out
That
and eat,
sounds
because
so
we
bad.
can drink stuff. Bet you there'll be people singing sea shanties too. How does that sound?
Sea shanties, though, I'm all on board for.
That does sound pretty cool. Okay, pirates on board now. Let's go.
Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tugging is done, we'll take our leave and go. Or my favorite form of sea shanty, the space shanty.
Coming back here really does feel like this place is starting to grow on Paimon.
I mean, I would love it down here as like a one-off thing. Like going down here, like if there was like a restaurant or some shit. Like imagine this place existed in reality. So you had like a city, and then you had like an underground area, maybe like where trains are and stuff, and you know, and then you have like a big restaurant down there that's themed around, you know, like fish and fishing and things like that. You have like an like underground docking area or something for boats. Like, I feel like that'd be really fucking cool, and I'd love the aesthetic, but I wouldn't want to live there. Birdos, what are you yelling about?
They set the court with some super luxurious building like the Palais Marmonia.
Are you good? You done? Because I could see my microphone actually, like, moving when you were talking just then, Bird. I get it, you're out in the kitchen this time. You're not in the office. I can't shut the door, so you just listening to me streaming and you love my voice, because Jess used to play my voice for you as you were growing up. I get it. But you gotta just scream constantly? Jesus.
Totally. Right on the money, Paimon.
How ironically, how loud is it?
On the money, Paimon.
Oh, they've stopped chirping. Never mind. Okay, I can't unmute myself and find out how, like, loud it is.
Although, of course, with the continued growth of the Spina, Papa wanted Poisson to eventually grow into a metropolis, not unlike the court.
Oh, okay, that'd be actually pretty cool.
He was a very ambitious man, who rarely looked behind or beneath him. For better or worse, that always made him stand out from the crowd.
And that's also why people hated him just as much as they loved him.
All right. Why don't you go wait for me at the restaurant? I'll go do some prep, and I'll get someone to tidy up your room while I'm at it. You can use the same room as last time. You still remember the room number, yeah?
Yep.
Yep.
I forget when there are only so many rooms here after all.
Oh, did I just hear someone taking a dig at Fleuve Cendra? I'll tell my guys to stuff your pillows full of actual seaweed right now.
Get annihilated, Paimon.
I was just kidding. Be on your way now.
Okay, have a banquet. Where am I sitting? Sit inside. Not even sitting at a table. A wonderful performance. You turn to your room, Paimon, so you hear a knock at the door.
Are you asleep yet?
Navia?
Oh no, not at all. I just figured that since we don't get to enjoy nights like these very often, we should try to enjoy it to the fullest.
That has... I know you mean something else, because there's no way they'd have this scene in a video game, in this video game, but that, I would be thinking some heinous things if we just had a great dinner, you know, maybe some drinks, entertainment, and we'd gone to bed and you're knocking on my door being like, hey, let's make the most of the night. It's like...
Wanna go fishing?
See?
Some rods and lures ready.
Wow, so that's the camp you were talking about. Sure, we'll come.
See, it's not what you think, but it's...
Hopefully
So,
I didn't wake you or anything.
Yeah, you're good.
Don't worry. You don't have to do any actual... Just think of it as keeping me company. Okay, let's go.
Uh-huh. If Cult of the Lamb is adding sex to their game, Genshin Impact could do so too. Imagine if there was a character in this game that was just like, nah, I like the Traveler, I want to spend the night with him. It's just that up front. I don't have a waypoint out there that's nearby. If I travel Statue of the 7, I'll be up high and then I can glide over to where I need to go. Oh, I'm hungry. All of a sudden. I had breakfast too. I shouldn't be hungry. It's only 2 in the afternoon. God, you forget how incredible Genshin looks. Like, I'm pretty sure I could genuinely climb to the top of that mountain, right? Oh, okay, maybe not that mountain, because that area hasn't been released yet. It might actually never be released. It's on that side, unless there's navias over that way. That'd be kind of cool. There's navias over those mountains. But like, Pretty sure one of these mountains, yeah, this one. You could just get to the top of that one, I'm pretty sure. Like, when you think about how massive, like, they're gonna fill this area in 100%. Like, I'm willing to bet they'll, like, go across here, like, up and around, like... This game's gonna be huge when it's finished. Because, technically, this game's early access, if you think about it. Like... Not every region's in the game, the story isn't finished. You know, you could think of it almost like an MMO, where there's expansions, adding new content, adding new story, but you don't pay for that. You don't pay for that, you don't download that separately. It's not separate to the story. It can, you know, every update continues the story and adds a region of the world that is part of the main story. Well, speaking of fishing, I need to fish for the catch. Real bad. Apparently it takes like several weeks in order to fish for it.
How can you call this fishing when you're using a fully automatic rod?
With, like, rope for fishing line.
What's the problem? Lots of people in Poisson use rods like these.
But shouldn't fishing be all about, you know, attentively watching the float and then excitedly reeling in the catch when you finally hook something?
Yeah!
Well, that's one way to enjoy fishing. What do you think, Traveler?
I like Paimon's method, manual all the way.
Let's try regular rods next time. We can have a real fishing competition.
Damn right!
Honestly, Paimon's mainly shocked at how much energy you still have at this hour. Usually by this time of night, it's a struggle for Paimon to even keep her eyes open.
Huh. It might just be something that runs in my family.
That's a thing?
I'm sure you'd get even sleepier if I delved more deeply into it. Anyway, I was just thinking about how grateful I am to my mother, as well as the rest of the Spina. My father always had a lot of unrealistic expectations for me. But the more that he tried to get me to become like him, the less I wanted to listen to what he had to say.
Huh.
My mother never had those kinds of expectations, though. I've heard that she had only one wish for me, which was that I would have a happy and secure childhood.
No.
All the members of the Spina greatly respected her wish, so no matter what I did as a child, they were happy to humor me.
Aww.
Can you imagine? Whenever my father wanted to scold me for something I'd done, everyone would form up into 2 rows and just stand silently and listen to him rant. Maloose and Silver were always there too. No matter what Papa yelled, nobody else would say a word. Eventually, Papa must have recognized scolding me over trivial matters was pointless, because he eventually stopped getting on my case so often.
Paimon would have never guessed.
Yeah. Looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was.
Her mum must have had a hell of an impact on them, story-wise, you know. Like, obviously we'll never get to see that, just because that's the way that this game is designed, but, like, the writing's really well.
When I was young,
Hi, Josh!
thought that I could do whatever I wanted, because there'd always be someone there to clean up after me. But once, I saw Maloose come back wounded. He wouldn't tell me how he'd been injured, but I could tell it had something to do with me.
Aww.
I learned then that there's always a cost to making a mistake. The more you care about those around you, the more you should care about doing the right thing, to the best of your abilities.
I genuinely think, Josh, that Genshin has some incredible writing. There are some quests, there are some main quests and story stuff that are pretty shit, but then there are some standout, like, story quests and, like, twists and changes to things and just, like, it's incredible. Because when you think about it, most of these story quests devolve into pretty much sitting here watching a cutscene for 3 hours. So they better be good fucking cutscenes, you know? Because I think about, like, these story quests, and I look back and go, most of them don't involve like a massive sequence of combat where you're fighting through a bunch of different stuff and you're doing all this crazy shit. Most of them involve fighting like 2 sets of enemies, maybe a boss, and then the rest is dialogue. So the dialogue has to be good, you know? It has to be. And Paimon usually gets the short end of the stick with the writing, because she's kind of obnoxious and like a child, so it's kind of annoying. But a lot of the supporting cast, like Navia is such a good character. Albedo as well. I love Albedo, the way he is written. Love that character. Zhongli, incredible character. Kazuha is written incredibly well. Like, there's a lot of stuff with Klee that's written really well. There's a lot of mystery surrounding Klee's mum, who's like this witch that can like shatter mountains and shit. But Klee's just this tiny child who likes exploding things with magic, and like she builds little magic bombs and stuff. It's hilarious. And so she gets in a lot of trouble because she likes blowing things up. And so everyone in the town's like, we gotta make sure we take care of her and she doesn't blow stuff up. Because what if her mum comes back and just decides to erase the town? Like, you know? It's cool. This idea that like there's an expedition team of the Knights of Favonius. So the Knights of Favonius that are in Mondstadt, the first people you meet are like a ragtag group of knights. They're not the best of the best, because the best of the best are in some far off nation exploring and doing like monster hunter stuff, setting up base camps and hunting demons and exploring like mazes of infinite grandeur and shit. Like, so you're dealing with the dregs, you know, like they're still really strong in their own right, but it's nothing compared to them. That makes you wonder, like, are we ever going to see those characters? And then all of a sudden, one of those characters comes back. He's like a forward scout, and it's like, oh, it's this tiny, like, it's this child, it's this kid, and this kid's like still really strong. He uses like a crossbow and a pole arm. He's got wind magic and stuff. He's still really strong compared to everything else, but like, in context, he was just a scout. He was just a kid. So it's like, oh shit! Like, I really think Genshin gets a lot of flack for it being a gacha game, it being anime. You know, some of the writing's pretty bad, pretty awful here and there. Some of the voice acting's really bad. You know, a lot of mommy characters. You know, a lot of, you know, this. I mean, for example, Navia's got massive tits. For example, like, I do think it gets a lot of flack for that. You know, the big one I see is if you play Genshin Impact, you're just a pedophile. And it's like, that's the running gag that everyone you see online. If Genshin's mentioned or something like that, that's the insult they throw. It's like, game's got really good, it's really good story. That's why I play the game. Combat, I can take it or leave it, you know? But for me, it's the world design, the story, the characters. That's why I play this game. And that's why I'm streaming today, because I'm like, I want to play the new story they released. Even though it's not main story, this is a side story. I'm interested in this character. I like this character, so I wanted to play it. And that's the hook for me. It's not bad, but I think the writers actually enjoy their jobs. Yeah, I genuinely think that there are a lot of voice actors and a lot of writers and a lot of the story artists and stuff. They really seem to enjoy working on Genshin, because there's a lot of care put into a lot of these stories. And like the events as well.
If you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes.
Oh, Navia. Like, this chick has so much PTSD, Josh. Like, it's crazy. like this poor woman. Like, so much. She needs some serious counseling. Like, she needs help. We need to help this woman. Oh, yeah. I mostly just like the higher-ups in marketing, those are the evil people. Yeah, like, the actual devs, and the actual workers, and the writers, and the voice actors. Like, they're real people. They deserve all the praise in the world. The CEOs, all them, like, the people who make $1 billion a day just because the game exists. Ones who try and add in, like, more stuff that's, like, awful. Like, yeah, they can take it or leave it.
Sorry.
Like, the higher-ups of Blizzard
Sorry.
can suck it.
I shouldn't have brought that up. I wasn't planning to talk about sad things tonight.
Let's be real, it was always going to be sad things. Like, you woke us up at 2 in the morning after we just had a massive night out. It's a sad reason.
Actually, I was just saying that the nurture.
Hi, Jess! Oh, Josh!
Must have been my mother's legacy, rather than my father's.
First time you've been here since we've got a little surprise. He's sleeping right now because he's used to my voice. But look at him. Look at him. Look at that man. Look at the mans. He's a sleepy boy. And he's already used to me being loud and just me being annoying. Like, he's sleeping through this. Like, he's not reacting at all. Problem, you know, I want to wake him up to be like, look at him. But I'm not going to do that. That's just mean. But look at him. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. Alright, I'll put my webcam back to normal. Back to normal down here. Yeah, like that big. There we go. Yeah, he's had a big day of playing with all the different stuff we've given him. We have this toy you hang on the doorknob, and it's got like an elastic rope and then like a little mouse on the end of it. And he loves that one. It's what's hanging on the couch currently. I hanged it there in case he wanted to play with it. Yeah. I don't think he knows his name, so I'm pretty sure if I say this out loud, it's not going to wake him up. He doesn't know his name yet. Hope it doesn't wake him up. But his name's Jasper. Okay, still asleep. We're good. He's good. We're good. No, yes, so what happened was we wanted to get a ginger cat, medium-haired, and name it Jasper. But we weren't in the position, really. I mean, I was still grieving over Atlas and everything. We weren't in the position to just get one. And then we saw him. He was already named that. He was medium hair. Super friendly from what was described. Really loud, which I like a loud cat. They're funny. And estimated birthday, my birthday. The exact day and the exact month, my birthday. Because they found him on the street with his brothers and sisters and I think his mum. And so then they estimated how old he was and they put their birthday, the same birthday as mine. And so with all of those things combined, because I was really the one that was like stopping us from getting another cat. Or a dog or anything. I was like, listen, it's like a money thing. We'd have to contact the real estate. Like, do we have the space for it? I was being a realist and Jess was being, oh, look at the cute things, and sending me pictures. And I always had to be like, no, we can't right now, Jess. And then, so obviously it getting my birthday instead of like her birthday, it was like one of those things where like, well, shit. I can't argue with that. Like, I can't formulate an argument against that right now. And so I was like, screw it. Let's just put the form in, Jess. Submit all the stuff. Go ahead.
And if that's the only way that I can continue to feel her love, then I'd like to pass that warmth on.
Yeah, Jess. The pessimistic side was because I was still grieving, obviously. And I will for years, as far as I'm concerned. You know, Atlas was my boy. But I pushed that stuff aside because of all the, like, everything. It was the perfect combination of everything. Already named it, birthday, medium-haired, all that. And medium hair, ginger cats are hard to find. They really are. Like, most of them, like, nearly all of them you'd find around here are all short hairs. Because we live in Queensland. So, it's all short-haired animals. You don't want a long-haired animal up here.
Is that why you let those guys go today?
Mm-hmm. Although, maybe there's a part of not wanting to repeat the mistakes of the past. I want to be reasonable, at least.
Dude, Navia's written so well. She doesn't want to, like, repeat the same mistakes that her father made. She wants to be more like her mum. Even though she never knew her mum, mum died in childbirth. Like, I love this character. Also, yeah, apparently a bunch of people applied applications, and she just looked at our one and just kind of saw it and was just like, I like these people. She didn't even look at the because we lived 3 hours away. We had to drive 3 hours to get him. And she didn't even, like, look at that. She didn't even realize that we were 3 hours away. Didn't even consider it. She just read our application and what we sent to her and went, I like these people. So it's crazy. Like, yeah. So.
Look, I think you've got something on the line.
Also, yeah, they need to sell her hat. They need to do merchandise and sell this character's hat. They need to sell Navia's hat as an outfit.
But why isn't the rod automatically reeling it in?
Oh, there must be something wrong with how I installed the mechanism. It was my first time putting one of those rods together. We can't let it get away. Come on, you two. Let's catch it.
You want Paimon to help too?
What are we gonna do? We're gonna jump in the water, or are we gonna, like, grab the rope? Okay, we grabbed the rope, but we're reeling it in manually. We should do some gacha pulls while we at it. Well, I was trying to finish the story, and then I'm gonna actually pull for Navia. After some time, you finally manage to reel in the prize catch together. The rest of the night, the road continues to rack up catch-ups. For some reason, Navia can't seem to hook a single fish. Quite upset about her bad luck, but it's only me to head back. The Paimon discovers the real reason the mystery why she didn't get a single bite.
You didn't attach a hook to your line?
Oh, which means also no bait.
Stop wasting time! The boss ain't gonna wait all day. We'll go ahead with the operation tomorrow. Do with that information as you wish.
Uh-oh.
Well, your rod was missing a part too, so I guess that makes it fair.
Well, if we're just talking about the number of missing parts, sure. Oh, never mind. Paimon really can't keep her eyes open anymore.
All right.
See you tomorrow, Navia. So something's going down tomorrow, apparently. The boss can't wait, huh?
So, how was last night? Did you get a good night's sleep?
Paimon dreamt that she danced with the sea stars, so you could say it was stellar. Get it?
Fucking... That was an awful joke, but the pronunciation of it was worth
I didn't know you had such a great sense of humor.
Oh, now I know this guy's evil. Friend of mine also had a cat, and every time we were in the voice call, the cat jumps and robs all over the mic. We're like, oh, my friend Michael, he has that as well. He's got a rag doll, so he's constantly spending time on his desk and just all over him. And the way his setup is, he's got a standing mic on his desk, and it's hilarious because it wasn't high enough for him to get, like, proper volume to it, so he put on a stack of DVDs. It just looks so jank, but it's hilarious. But because it's standing, and the cat loves to be on the desk, every now and then, you just hear him go, ah, bandit, stop that! And then you just hear loud purring on the mic. It's hilarious, because he just shoved his face into it. Fucking hilarious.
See? This guy gets it.
Anyway, let's head out. I'll arrange for a boat to take us back to Poisson. I'm sure Adele will be happy to see you two again.
My friend Eric has a cat as well, but he's never on he's like a family cat, so he spends a lot of time in the lounge room. But whenever we do get to see him, he's always just like you could tell he's had enough of the rest of the family, so he's gone into Eric's room to hide. And he's laying on his pillows.
Paimon hopes she'll really appreciate your gift.
I hope so too.
Alright, so we're going to give Homegirl her costume. And I do believe that in the process of giving Homegirl her costume... Well, no, it's not a costume, it's an outfit. It's a uniform. We're going to give her a Spina de Rosilla uniform to prove that when she's older, we are genuinely encouraging her to join the Spina de Rosilla. And the problem's going to be that there was an evil man over here being like, the boss wants something done, blah, blah, blah. And so there's some shit's gonna go down. Something's gonna happen. Something bad is gonna happen. I traveled to the wrong one. It's underground. Oh, I'll just fly over here. Yeah, something's gonna happen. Oh my god, he's laying on his back with his paws in the air. Oh. Oh, I'm hoping this is good news, Josh. I see a by the way. I'm hoping it's good. Buddy Simulator 1984? I have no idea what that is. I'm Googling that immediately. What the hell is this? No, this is the first time I've ever seen this. I might have seen a trailer for it, maybe. It's a it's a psychological horror game. No wonder I haven't seen it before. Horror games and me do not mix. Thank you for waking me up. We're going to have a good time. What the hell? When did this come out? 2021. Okay. I might have seen someone play this or heard about it. Yeah, I think I've heard about this. I remember this one of these screens in the Steam page. Interesting. Okay. It's very misleading. It's only by definition a horror game. It's actually very wholesome and adorable. Yeah, the reviews were just saying that when I was looking at the reviews. Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. So I've definitely heard of it. I've not played it, and I've not really seen anyone play it. But I think I've heard of that game. I think I've seen maybe a clip of the game of someone playing it, and then the clip fish. They're just kind of giving out codes in the Discord. Oh shit! I'm assuming you'll be like, "Hey, I got one," because I mean.
Adele, we're back.
Yeah.
We brought you a gift from the court too.
Whoa, thank you so much, boss.
Oh, that's Adele. I remember the mother more than I remember the child, because I think we had more of a conversation with the mother. I think I remember being annoyed at the child. Right. Okay,
Don't
yeah.
call her boss, okay, Adele? Just Miss Navia would be fine.
Oh, it's all right. I don't mind. Besides the gift, I've also got another surprise. Guess who's here?
Yeah, go ahead, Josh. That does not... Yeah, no, 100%. If people want codes for that, 100%. Yeah, that's... You can just put it in general chat or something, and I'll ping people for it and stuff. Easy done.
Oh, it's you two. It has been a while indeed. Thank you so much for your help on Jacques' case. I've heard that you also helped save all of Fontaine. You're truly just like the great heroes of legend.
Fontaine, Sumeru, Liyue, Inazuma. Yeah, I've just kind of saved everywhere so far.
Really amazing. And if Miss Navia's your friend, then she
Supposed to be codes to get friends. Devs also said they can't stop you from just using them yourself. I mean, at least they're realistic.
What's in this?
Of course.
And it's an outfit.
Oh, it's a Spina di Rosula uniform. Is it for me? But isn't it a bit big?
Well, it's a gift for future you. When you first told me that you were interested in joining the Spina, I was overjoyed. But it's the Spina's responsibility to protect everyone as well. Being a member means becoming involved in all kinds of dangerous situations. And since you're still young, I don't want your mom to have to worry about your safety. So, I turned you down then by telling you that you'll have to wait until you're older. But this uniform is a promise that you can join us once you're old enough to wear it.
Oh, so that's it. Well, thank you so much, Miss Navia. I'll work hard and grow up as fast as I can.
This kid just starts pumping iron, just working out. It's like, she thinks I'm gonna... she thinks I'm gonna fit in this when I'm 18. She rolls up at 14, just jacked and just like tearing out of the costume, just like, bring it, I'm ready.
But you can't really grow up faster by working hard. You've got to be patient.
Everyone, I'm really grateful that you remembered my daughter's wish.
Oh, look at that cleaver back there. I want that as a weapon. Yeah, I'll hold on in general chat. I'll say with Discord. Yeah, cool. Awesome. I'm gonna leave that real quick. Come back over here. Yeah, everyone. Josh told me about the game. Apparently, the devs on the Discord. Just make sure to read the post about it. There you go. Verify yourself, join the server, take time to read the rules, please. Welcome to our side of Discord. You know the channels talk to people you need to verify so that you're not a robot and you don't have to sum, but yeah, and instead of blood place for all. Verifying. I'll verify that. Okay, and then announcements. Day 2, gift your friends a buddy. Welcome to day 2 of Nasmus. We're shaking things up a bit. We're many of you own Buddy Sim. We've held news and game around in the past. So this time around, turn the spotlight on your friends. Exclusively for this week, we're offering everyone on the thread below a digital copy of Buddy's related gift. All you have to do is share who you're planning to gift it to and why we'll send over a key. Especially someone who's eager, someone who doesn't get a chance to grab the opportunity is yours to gift the buddy. Aww. That's so cool. That's so fucking cool, those devs, honestly. I'm grateful that you remembered Dora's wish and took it seriously.
Protection of the Spina. Even though her father's no longer with us, we've still felt plenty of warmth and security.
It's the least we could do. As long as you live in Poisson, even if you're not an official member, you're still part of the family.
Boss!
Boss! Ah, Florent?
Huh? Is something up, Florent?
I've got something urgent to report. Romeu and his folks have gathered outside Poisson and even shipped in a huge pile of explosives.
What?
It seems like they've been planning this for some time. We started investigating as soon as we received, but Romeu and his folks must have gotten wind as well, because they abandoned their former posts before we could even check on them. We investigated their tracks and found out that they're after Poisson.
They have smartened up since we caught them red-handed at the court?
Seems like they've got no interest in sitting down and talking at all. We should have gone straight to the Maison Gardiennage.
Sorry, I underestimated the situation.
Nah, homeboy's evil.
Well, too late now, I suppose.
On the hill to the east of Poisson, near the Clementine line.
They want to blow up the Clementine line?
Certainly sounds like it.
Romeu and his followers hate the Spina, and everything to do with Callus. And the Aquabus was the source of their contention. If they manage to blow up the Aquabus line, all that rubble will come crashing down the hill and straight into Poisson.
Are they insane? There's tons of innocent people in Poisson!
Yeah. If they've been planning this for ages, they're definitely not going to let this opportunity slip by. We have to issue an evacuation order to the townspeople and get them as far away from the entrance as possible. That should save them from the worst of it.
Let's get everyone onto our ship. That should be the safest place.
My dear partner, can I leave the Clementine line to you? If the explosives do go off, not only would the people of Poisson be in danger, any aquabuses using the line would plummet to the ground. Let's stop their insanity first, then settle the score with them.
Got it.
Let's go, you two. We've got to act fast. Miss Coralie, please take Adele to the ship.
And this is where he betrays her.
What Watch out, boss!
Yeah, he's
What are you
evil.
doing, Coulter? I thought all the annoying little hindrances had left, but I still couldn't get rid of you.
Yeah.
You mean this was
Oh no, who would have guessed? Oh no.
left alone with me? Coulter, are you with Romeo too? Oh. I get it now. You knew about their plans all along. You only told us they were doing badly so
No
you
way.
could jump on board.
Not quite. Though I share their positions on some issues, I've never cared for his more radical ideas.
So, you went with the radical idea of trying to assassinate this okay.
That's because, out of the entire Spina di Rosula, I only hate you. Only you, Navia.
What the fuck did she do?
Stick close to me.
Romeo promised me that he would leave Poisson alone if I could just take you out. But it was like you were glued at the hip to that pesky traveler. You never gave me a chance to make my move. Romeo has lost his patience. I didn't have to be here today, you know. But I swore that I'd kill you, even if it meant being buried with you in the rubble.
Why?
Only someone as clueless about the past as you would ask such a foolish question.
So you hate her because she's dumb?
You never saw the heyday of Spina di Rosula, nor did you ever live through the golden age of Poisson. But I saw it all with my own eyes, and then I had to watch it all die, little by little. And it was all because of you, Navia. Clementine died because of you. Callus died because of you. Malus and Silver died because of you. And so many more dead. Everyone dead, all because of you.
Clementine died because medical care is pretty shit in these times. Callus died because he was a stubborn bastard. Malus and Silver died because of the guy that killed Callus. Well, because the guy that set up Callus. I mean...
So the shock and grief you showed us before, that was in Act 2?
Now you're catching on. I heard Malus was dead the moment I got out. Did you know? Down there in that blasted fortress, I spent a long time thinking about what happened, and resolving to apologize to Malus as soon as I got out. Back then, because of that aquabus, we had a huge fallout. I was convinced that all he cared about was loyalty, and that he had completely lost his capacity for...
I would love it if she just cut him off and just shotgunned him. Just, eh.
The years passed by in a blur after that. I thought I had finally begun to understand him, and that he could help me relive the good old days again. But then he died, and it was because of you again, Navia. It's always because of you. I once loved the Spina and Poisson more than anyone else. But what is left now of either besides death and ruin? You've single-handedly destroyed everything that was beautiful. Everything I've ever loved.
Don't listen to him, boss! He's just spouting nonsense!
Have you ever considered that maybe the people around you don't actually care about you at all? Have you ever considered that maybe you only get respect because you're Callus and Clementine's child?
Coulter, please tell me he has a gun.
Done anything worthy? That you're just a big nothing?
Except, like, all of the shit she did while you were in prison and saved the nation? Eh?
Have you ever considered that maybe people don't stay in Poisson because of you, but only because they have such beautiful memories of the past before you came?
Because if you do falter, there'll inevitably come a time when you'll have to face the consequences. And when that time comes, those most precious to you really will throw themselves in front of you and pay the price for your mistakes. Yeah, looking back on it now as an adult, I can hardly believe how patient and kind everyone was. But is that really why they support me? Is their kindness real?
She's gonna need some much more counseling.
Shut your mouth! I, for one, really like Miss Navia, and my mom loves her too. I don't know how to explain it, but her, and that's that.
Yeah, survivor's guilt, PTSD, like, probably depression. Like, you know.
I'm sure Mr. Malus would be extremely disappointed in you right now. You've somehow managed to pin the blame for every mistaken tragedy in our history on the boss herself.
Get out of the way, Florent. I don't want to hurt you.
You're gonna have to. Boss, there's no time for this. Stop hesitating and get out of here before you get buried.
Oh, please. The Traveler's gonna stop the bomb.
Maybe you think you're being the realist by painting the history of the Spina and Poisson like this. But the love that I felt from everyone was just as real. I felt it. They've helped me get to where I am. And even now, I will continue to believe in that love. So let me show you just how much I love the Spina di Rosula.
I was hoping to just be a cutscene. Bang!
Umbrella War.
Bang!
Yes. Cha. Aha. Hiya. Ah. 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 Feeling lucky.
Bang!
Fire. Well, with rocks. This one's got
Bang!
your name on it.
Subculture. Bang! I'll defeat you with the power of love, friendship, and this shotgun I found!
Town to you. Summon the other members and help with the evacuation of the townspeople. If you find any of Coulter's accomplices, subdue them quickly. And don't give them the chance to harm any ordinary civilians. I can't allow my partner to face the danger on the Clem-
Got it, boss. I'm on it. Are you okay, Navia?
I don't know. But I have to go.
Turns around, execute that man, by the way. The guy's like, what the fuck? The power of love, friendship, and this gun.
We have to protect the Clementine. If they're gonna blow up the waterway, they must have planted the explosives next to the support pillars.
Dun, 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 Traveler, Traveler, Traveler. I don't do much damage. Doesn't matter. It wasn't even close. Hey, could you not go that way? I'm trying to go this way. You dead? Okay, he's dead. Get out of my way!
I will have order. To dust.
Hey, could you... Hey, could you, like...
They certainly brought a lot of muscle. They're really slowing us down. If we're meeting resistance, we must be heading in the right direction.
Sup, fuckers?
Going in.
Let me weave you a verse.
Quake.
I really gotta work on my Traveler. If I'm gonna do story missions and shit with my Traveler, I really gotta work on him. How do I? Okay.
These must be the explosives, right? And this is the control mechanism. How can we disable it?
Smash it!
Oh, Playmon's too scared to touch any of this stuff.
Just smash it!
Huh? There's a strangely shaped hole here. What is it for?
Could be a kind of keyhole.
Sounds possible.
This is a dead guy over there.
Okay, you take this side, Paimon will take the other.
Just pick it up and throw it.
Oh, you found it! That's amazing!
Give me that camera back. How do we know this doesn't, you know, explode it immediately?
Navia, and Florent should be able to Oh, you're right.
Okay, take the key. Oh, is it gonna blow up anyway? Ah. Those rocks that do nothing. Yeah! I wish we could do this in the actual game! Geo powers, let's go!
Great work, partner. Just leave the rest to me.
Watch out, Navia! You can't block them all!
Block. I'm doing this the Spina way.
Fucking shotgun! I'm assuming she's gonna call in the artillery. Okay. I mean, you could have still helped. I was hoping for a thumbs up, not gonna lie. Bitches love cannons! Yes! Oh, and we just skipped over the fact that Rumenov was captured. Okay.
I heard from Thierry that even they're your enemies now. They were once a part of Spina di Rosula. Do you plan to settle this privately with them?
I have nothing more to say to them. Regardless of whether their hatred and anger towards me or the Spina was justified, anyone who's willing to endanger innocent civilians is no longer sane enough to even be worth trying to talk to. Please prosecute them in accordance to the law. Spina di Rosula will not raise any objections.
Sounds good. We're very appreciative of your help. Without it, the consequences would have been far worse.
Yeah, you're lucky.
All right, this operation is a wrap. Take him away.
We won, Navia! We saved everyone!
Yeah.
God, the voice, Paimon!
We were just
Tone
in
it.
time.
Feeling a bit fatigued.
It's probably because I expended too much elemental energy at once. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me.
But you usually glow up whenever other people compliment you.
Boss, we managed to kill all the
Paimon.
infiltrators in the town. The Maison Gardiennage is taking them away as well.
Just picturing Paimon is just getting too excited and sounding like a dog whistle and no one can hear her, but then like a wolf in the background is just like, fuck, damn it, shut up!
Seems like Romeo really went all in on this mission. If he sent literally everyone he had, though, that also means we've caught them all, too. We won't have to worry about them from now on.
Got it. That's good at least.
Dude, her like, she got betrayed again, like.
Coulter, I can understand how you feel.
No, kill him. Execute him. Right on the spot. On his knees.
Lost.
Gun to the back of the head.
Forever beyond our grasp now. And that I am not callous. And I will also never become him. The Spina and the Poisson that you loved are both gone. But I will not change how I feel about our future. I will spend more of what the Spina earns on the betterment of Poisson. What's more, I'd also like to propose some changes to so that one day the people of Poisson will enjoy the boons
I know what you're trying to say. Mr. Callus, there are too many things in life that are just beyond our control.
No, I don't. No redemption. This man tried to stab her in the back. No.
Once you're discharged from the
Thank you.
No. Kill this son of a bitch. And just fucking shoot him in the back of the head. Oh, you're welcome to visit Poisson again.
Boss really is a kind and gentle person.
I don't want no redemption arc. I want him to get out of prison, return, and be like, I'm sorry, I've atoned for my ways. And then she immediately shoots him in the face, and she says, I said you could return, I didn't say you could stay returned.
She is also, I must say. Thank you for protecting the Clementine line. I was actually really scared, you know. I mean, even the Callus line won't be getting rebuilt anytime soon.
The Callus line is broken?
If I'd lost the Clementine line too, I wouldn't know how to live with myself. A name is a way to etch a memory onto the world. Losing the line that bears her name, that I can see every day, would be like losing my mother all over again. Seeing it still standing there, tall and proud, it makes me really happy.
What happened while we were gone? Honestly, you look more upset than tired or anything.
Just give her some time.
It's okay.
Thank you so much. Traveler, I
Aww.
ask you something. And please, tell me the truth. Do you really see me as your partner?
Of course.
Oh, the voice acting, finally!
That's good then. Hearing that, it brings me more relief than I can say.
How do you feel, Navia?
I feel quite a bit better. But I should... Sorry, partner. I said some weird things earlier. Feel free to just ignore me.
A little weird, that's true, but because you've never had to doubt yourself
I used to
before.
think that I'd never doubt myself. But you could say I've discovered that I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Coulter mentioned my parents, as well as Malus and Silver. It's all thanks to them that I've made it this far. Do you think they ever regretted the choices they made? Has my existence made this world a better place?
The light comes up. Yes.
Like that, Navia. You've already done more than enough.
Oh, big bottle. Yeah, it's 2 liters of water. I gotta make sure I drink this every day. I bought it for myself like $15 from
No
like
matter what others
Kmart.
think, we'll always support you to the end of the world.
Well, since it's ended up like this, I suppose there's something that I've been keeping from you as well, boss.
Florent, I hope you can understand that I can't deal with any more shocking revelations right now.
Don't worry. This surprise will be a pleasant one.
I've resurrected your parents from the dead. Nah, this is going to be the statue. I feel like he's already commissioned the statue. And the statue's going to be in the center of town. I'm just going to keep on gliding. Because the start of this quest was trying to figure out the pose for the statue of her parents that they're going to commission for the rebuilding of Poisson, which is this town here that's under the ground. So it'd be fitting to end that story with the final design being chosen and the sculpture being like half completed already or something, you know? Yeah, it's fucking, look at it, it's fucking...
Why is everyone gathered here?
A diver?
And what's this?
This was supposed to be a gift to you from everyone in the town. We were originally planning to show it to you once it was finished.
Is it going to be a statue of herself?
But special times call for special measures. I've never seen you look so defeated before. So I've decided to show you the designs before the final product was done.
Do I really look that bad?
Well, if you're ready, I'll unveil the
It's just a massive cock. Aww. Aww. And that's the design for the statue. That's a good statue.
Papa, Mother, and me.
Dude, her dad looked like a badass, didn't he? He looks like fucking... what's his name? From fucking Critical Role, the animated show. One of the Briars, the vampire Briar guy. Looks like him, or like, you know, like Dracula, I guess.
We designed the look for Miss Clementine based on old camera records, as well as personal recollections from members of the Spina.
Okay, sorry. I know I want to keep the dialogue going, but that's we designed this statue design based on photographs of the person and eyewitness recollections. I would say the photographs did 90% of the work there.
This is the statue you mentioned before?
It is indeed. To be honest, we decided on the design a long time ago, and gave the sculptor permission to begin working. We only asked Boss to decide on a design so she wouldn't realize we had already started.
Knowing that she couldn't decide on it.
Mr. Callis and Mrs. Clementine.
Even though Boss is still young, we've all seen the work she's put in regarding the whole synth business and the rebuilding of Poisson.
I want a character voiced by that guy. I want some old dude with like a revolver and a fucking cowboy hat. I want
to commemorate her contributions with the statue as well.
Ah, yes, I remember him. Quite the hunk, huge beard, full beard, huge dick. Make sure you capture that one in the statue. He's gonna have a massive bulge. God damn it, Josh, I missed you being in my chat sometimes.
With Navia around, we're not worried.
We're gathered here today to tell our boss that we support you and believe in you wholeheartedly. I believe everyone is here for you, not the glory days.
That's what we believe as well.
We always believe that there's a bond between us.
So much, everyone. Then I'll be brave and just accept this really is quite the surprise.
Yeah.
I
love that.
The chance to stand next to my mother. Not even in my wildest dreams.
Aww. So they went with the stoic pose for the dad and more of a happy pose for the mom, and then obviously very, you know, open happy pose for Navia. I like that. Oh. Left eye only. Quest completed. Hello, Navia.
It seems like I started to question myself a bit too much. I'll pick myself up again and become a more reliable president for all of you. Looking back on it, I am honestly embarrassed by how I acted earlier.
About the gift from the townspeople.
I'm sure everyone longs for that one thing in life that seems trivial to others, but they themselves can never obtain. To me, that would be a family portrait. I've always been super jealous of other people's family photos.
Aww, that's true, yeah.
I never thought I'd receive a family portrait of my own. Especially not like this. It seems like I'm not such an unlucky person after all. It seems like I started to... Looking back on it,
About
I'm embarrassed
Clementine, about asking about Clementine.
You know, I've thought about it before. Though my mother only wanted me to live a happy life, that's actually a tall order as well. In practice, it's just as hard to achieve my father's expectations for me.
But she's tall.
Even though my parents had very different personalities, they always had a lot of respect for each other. The Aquabus project was a monumental project that stood to benefit all of Fontaine. It would have been a little close-minded to assess or evaluate it only from the perspective of the clan. I think that's probably why she didn't step in to mediate or oppose the building of the lines.
Alright, and then one last thing.
It seems like, looking back on it,
About asking, do you really see me as your partner?
Oh, whoa. Why'd you have to remind me? Please don't say that again. It's super embarrassing for me. Oh, forget it now. Please forget that I ever said anything. Oh, wait. But it'd also be bad if you were to forget it. Okay, but please keep it a secret between us from now on.
Alrighty, lady. Right. Well, since we're standing here in Poisson, next to Navia, maybe RNG will smile upon me. My pity is not very high from what I understand, from what I remember. I need to alt-tab and then alt-tab back in to have the mouse. Let's see. What am I at? Oh god, how much time did I roll? I was just rolling for fun, I guess. Yeah, last time I got it was here, so 9 pages, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47. I'm at 47 pity. You're guaranteed a character a 5-star at 90. And once you hit 70, I believe it goes up by 1% each time. So the chances are like fucking 1%, so it's low. But Navia's right next to us. Pretend we're standing there and we're like, hey, do you want to join us on some adventures, Navia? You know, hey, Navia, do you want to join us on some adventures? Her choice. First one's a no. Oh, but we did get a Candace. We'll do one more. Okay, well. Oh, and wait, Feruzan even in the... Feruzan's not even in the rate-up thing. So now that's plus 20, so we were at 50... No, we're at 48. So that's 58, 68. I really want to roll for a weapon, but I don't think I even have a weapon history. Yeah, I don't even have a weapon history. I really want the axe. I really want the axe. Oh wait, I got the shop. Hold on, I can buy some more of these. Hold on, I can buy that. There we go. Buy that. So how many will this leave me with? I really don't have enough for 2. I mean, what teams would Navia go into? Like, because she's a primary DPS, right? Navia teams Genshin. What teams would Navia go into? Because Navia is fucking sick so far from what I've seen. I love the gun. She just has a gun. The double Pyro, double Geo team comp. Navia, Bennett, Xianling, Albedo. Albedo can be substituted for Zhongli and Ningguang. Let's do characters. Charlotte and Mika. So Charlotte goes for Mika, I don't know. Okay. Team composition, Navia, Linny, Bennett, Albedo. Linny can be swapped for like Ayato. Okay, main DPS characters that can react for Geo. Ayato, Kaching, Bennett. Okay. So I mean there's some interesting builds that people are doing so far. Oh, I have a notification? I'm now eligible for... Wait, there's drops for Genshin? Oh, hey, there's drops for Genshin out at the moment. Cool. Navia team composition guide. Navia, Zhongli, Jingling, Bennett. It's really easily one of Navia's best team compositions is someone who needs crystallized reaction. Navia desperately needs an enabler on the team. She's attacked to deal damage. Bennett is perfect support. Strong all-rounder because of off-field pyro. Including Navi's team, Clomp both finish synergized together. Main DPS Navia, Zhongli, Shielder, and Buffer. Main DPS. I'm just wondering if like she has like a sub DPS role, but I doubt it because she's main DPS. AO? What's AO? Oh yeah, also my stream goes away when I alt-tab. My apologies about that. Oh hey, I got mail. Yeah. Well... I mean, Navia's so cool. Because, like, if it... so my Geo characters, right? My Geo team is Ito. Ito's the one I want to build for Geo. So I already have a Geo character. Rolling for Navia doesn't make any sense. But also, on top of that, there's no other characters coming up that I want. I don't really want Cloud Retainer or whatever her name is. Yeah, fuck it, I'll pop another one. Why not? Okay. Which means I would now be on 70 pity, right? Which means if I were to roll, I would do one roll at a time. Because then your chances are increased even higher. You do one roll at a time. Okay, I don't care about that. I want to skip it. I want to skip it! Okay. I got Diluc again?! Ah! I mean, to be fair... I wanted that, but goddamn, it's still giving me Diluc. I'm almost at C6 Diluc and I've never rolled for him. Ah! Well, now my Diluc's fucking strong, isn't he? I now got Flowing Flame. Casting Searing Onslaught in rhythm greatly increases damage dealt. Casting the next Searing Onslaught in combo does an additional 40% damage. This effect lasts for 2 seconds. Hold the fuck on. You. Give me my Diluc back. You know what the most messed up part about all of this is? I don't even like Diluc. I want to swap him for Yoimiya. I want to level Yoimiya up and use her as my Pyro character. I don't want to use this son of a bitch, but the game keeps forcing him on me, and it's driving me mental. I like Candace here. You can have that. There you go. Hey, for Roseanne, you can have that one. Where's my Sucrose? There's Sucrose. Hey, Sucrose, you can have this. Oh, I'm one off of Sucrose. Like, this mother... Is there an indicator? Is there an indicator? 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, okay. It does have an indicator. It does have an indicator. Oh my god, okay. And what does it do again? Searing Onslaught in rhythm increases damage dealt. 2 seconds after casting Searing Onslaught, casting next Searing Onslaught in the combo does 40% additional damage. This just lasts for 2 seconds. And then what's this last one? If I magically get 2 more of him. Casting Searing Onslaught, the next 2 normal attacks. The next 6 seconds will have the damage and attack speed increased. Okay, so yeah. So if I get C6 Diluc, like, that's fucking crazy. Well, I salute you, Navia. Take your break. Get rid of your PTSD. You were cool. Like, let me, here, I'll do the test run real quick just so I can show. I did the test run off stream. Try. Turns into a rhythm game? I mean, yeah, the character turns into a rhythm game. I just want to play Yoimiya. Hello, Navia. Hello. So, Navia's whole thing, right? So she's got this axe as her... Like, how cool is that shit? I really want to roll for the axe as well, but I thought maybe I can get maybe I can get her. But no. We got fucking Diluc. That's fine. She's super cool. Like, she uses her parasol. It's awesome. And so then, her primary ability is this. She fires a gun. Now, if she picks up any elemental charges that occur from that, she gains stacks of what do you call it? Of the ammo. Now, I think if I were to do this, crystallize, swap, pick it up, at 3 charges, it does some crazy damage. Now, her ult is the cannon. Loads up another shot. Fire it. 94,000 damage. This periodically loads shots as well while this is active. And so, can I like... No, I've got to fire and then crystallize. Okay, and then it loads this up. Right, and check this out, right? So we'll keep the shots loaded. And then big guy shows up and hit him for 85,000 damage. And then you can just quick fire it as well. A proper send-off! Bang. Yeah. So you want to stack up all 3 shots. That's essentially what you want to do. So she's really cool. And the axe is fucking kick-ass as well. God, the axe is cool. Artifacts. She's using the Nighttime Whispers. After using an elemental skill, gain 20% bonus geo damage under shield. Granted by crystallized reaction, increased. No consolation. So each stack of crystal shrapnel consumed when Navia uses ceremonial crystal shot will restore 3 energy to her and decrease the CD as the sunlit sky singing statue by 1. Okay. You stack... Oh my god, what's her ultimate one? If more than 3 stacks of crystal shrapnel are consumed when using ceremonial crystal shot, each stack consumed beyond the first 3 increases the crit damage of that ceremonial crystal shot by 45%. If more than 3 stacks of crystal are consumed, each stack consumed beyond the first 3 increases the crit damage of that shot. Any stacks consumed on the first 3 are returned to Navia. Whoa! Wait, how many stacks can you increase it by? Addition. Interesting. Yeah, she likes to crit like mad. Oh, and she has that one as well. Each Pyro, Electro, Cryo, Hydro party member, she gains 20% increased attack. Damn! Normal attack, charge attacks converted to geo damage. Oh, dude. God, she's so cool. Very cool character. And since there's no event out at the moment, it was just this. We claimed that there's nothing else really to do. I've got like my daily stuff to go and some of these other quests I've not done yet. I could buy fucking 2 more of these. And I've got how many days left on this? 11 days. Yeah, so since there's no event out or anything right now, I think I might end the stream here. I think I might just chill. It's been 2 hours. We finished the quest. We tried to roll for Navia. She didn't want to show up. Oh my god, she's gone. Because we loaded and unloaded. She's vanished. Yeah, it was all in all a good story. I liked the story. Navia needs some serious counseling, though. She needs some help. Like, Ooh! But that being said, thank you all for joining me. I appreciate the hell out of all of you. I'm just gonna randomly see if I get streamer luck real quick. You never know, maybe I get streamer luck. No, okay. Oh, I got a 4-star! That's cool. Which means I get to buy another one, and it's like a free pull, you know? Okay. I'll see you all later. Have a good one. I will. I'm not sure when we'll play for the rest of the day. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like some other like little mini story things or whatever, but yeah. Oh, and of course, before we go, Sleepy Boy says goodbye. Don't you, buddy? Oh my god, he's so sleepy. Alright, I'll see you around.